So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our dear friend, Annaleigh Ashford. Okay, by the way, sorry to jump right in, but I can't help it. I watched your show yesterday, and I was like, oh my God, I went into it not knowing what it was going to be. And it's called Happy Face. So, of course, I was like, oh, it's Annaleigh doing her amazing comedy. No, it is not that. It is so good. It is so compelling. You know what's so funny is Michael Showalter,
the best,
who is the creator.
So funny. He's one of the silliest men in Hollywood. He is so zany and wild and wacky, and he directed the first episode of this beautiful show that we did. And it's not zany and wild and wacky. It's about this incredible real woman. Her name's Melissa Moore, and her dad is a serial killer. And she outed herself to help other victims, and she's become an incredible advocate for people who've been touched by the trauma of crime. And his unique sense of style and humor and love and the way that he looks at the human experience has made this, what you would think to be really dark story, have some light, right?
Yeah, it's also like an amazing cat and mouse game. Dennis Quaid plays your father.
Yeah.
What's weird is I didn't recognize his voice on the phone, and I think he has such a distinct voice.
I know, right?
So when he comes on screen, I was like, oh my God, it's Dennis Quaid.
Right? Okay, so Melissa Moore, who this story is based on, who's an incredible advocate, again, for victims and families of victims, and she has used this horrific experience that she has had to navigate as a child of a serial killer to help people. And she's a really good person, beautiful human. She was so present with us, too, and so open with her story.
She is an EP on the show, right?
Yes, and she does a cameo in the first episode, which was really amazing.
Wait,
and
who
sweet.
was she?
She walks by in the hallway. She's a producer, which she is a producer. Now she produces true crime and, again, is an incredible advocate for this conversation.
Do you like true crime?
I like true crime. I love true crime, but the person who really is a true crime aficionado is my mom. She, every time I've ever worked on any true crime, anything, I'll call my mom, and she gives me the full lowdown. I don't even need to listen to the podcast or watch any shows. She tells me everything. She's like a weird true crime encyclopedia.
Really?
Yeah.
Does she ever tell you, like, why she loves it?
No, but my dad's uncomfortable with it. I will tell you that.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he like, honey, this is dark.
Well,
what's going on?
You'll be like, I'll call and I'll be like,
why do you like it so much? What are you planning?
A little bit. She's really sweet and unassuming, and you'll be like, Mom, what are you doing? She's like, just watching my murder shows.
Something that I was learning that I loved so much was that your grandmother, like, talked poetically about aging.
And belching.
Oh my God!
I feel like my grandma is like coming from above and we're sharing this.
I like burping and aging.
She also, this may be a bridge too far, but I feel like...
I don't think so.
She would, as a child, she would be like, come here, Annie. I'd come over and she'd be like, I have a surprise for you. And then she'd pull out her finger and she'd say, pull it.
My kind of grandma!
I know, I thought I'd get a better laugh. Could you imagine if your grandma was like, pull my finger?
She's rad.
And you know what? She delivered every time. But yes, farts are funny. I learned that as a young child. We all know that.
So she had a good sense of humor.
She had a good sense of humor. And she also used to say, I'm having grays come and go as they please because I'd like to hide my sins.
That's the raddest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, yes. And then you know what? When it comes to aging, you live your dreams. Whatever makes you feel the way you want to feel, then do that thing. I love RuPaul's Drag Race, and Trinity the Tuck is one of my favorite queens of all time. Yes. Trinity the Tuck is very, very forthcoming about their magic that they do for aging. And so, like, I love that. Live for that queen. And then when it comes to, you know, me and my journey, I'm kind of just letting it be.
I think I was very freaked out as a kid by watching, you know, the anxieties that come with aging, and I want your grandmother's wisdom to, like, continue to empower and settle me into just being like, I'll see what happens.
Well, you look beautiful.
So do you.
So beautiful.
And you have a daughter now.
I do.
Oh my
God. She's so squishy and funny, and she has so much collagen.
By the way, they really do. It's
like,
so true. It is a collagen bag.
It is crazy. She's so funny.
And your son Jack is 8. What's
How
he
big are your
into?
kiddos?
My God. Frankie's going to be 11 in April.
Amazing.
And then Olive will be 13 and bat
No.
mitzvahed in September.
That's amazing. Big plans. How exciting.
What's Jack into now?
Super, super into drawing. Amazing artist.
Really?
He wants to be an animator when he grows up, which is super, super amazing. The other day he was like, are you saving money for college, Mom? And we were like,
What?
we're like, yeah. He was like, I'd like to go to Cal Arts if that would be okay. We're like, cool. Yeah, I love that. I love that dream.
Oh my God.
Isn't that fun? Yeah, he's super, super into animation. So we're like, go for it.
Oh my God, I love all that stuff. Okay, I saw you do Sweeney Todd, and I've told you this before, but I'll say it again. It was one of the most important revelations of a performance I've ever seen in my entire existence.
So sweet. Thank you.
I have never. Do you think any plays any time in the future?
There's nothing better than having the communion with the audience right there.
It is so fun. I've never had the privilege.
You'd be brilliant. Are you kidding me?
What do you do when you make a mistake or like?
Keep going. You just keep going.
All right, we have to go to a commercial. I don't want to, but the good news, we can play a game called Pick a Pedal with fun questions after the break. Okay, we'll be right back.